Hello friends, today I am going to start to discuss about classification of business activities. We have already studied about types of economic activities. Out of that, today we are discussing about business activities and its classification, right? So the business activities classification starts by its division. First is the trade. This is a one-line question which I am replying. First is the trade. Second is commerce. And third is industries. So now you listen. I am explaining meaning of all the three. What is meaning of the trade? We will discuss about the trade in future in continuation of the topic, but here I am explaining the definition of trade first. Trade means exchange of commodities and services in return of commodities and services, or exchange of commodities and services in return of money with motive of profit between two persons is called trade. See, I am explaining definition of all the three. When somebody asks you complete detail of each topic, then your answer could be different. But my question you have heard. Explain the classification of business activities. So, I am explaining names of every business activities and its meanings. So all the three with their just meanings you have to write down. Repeatedly I am saying exchange of commodities and services in return of commodities and services, or exchange of commodities and services in return of money with motive of profit between two persons is called trade. So here you have heard carefully. One person is giving commodity, means the thing, to the other person, and in exchange of that he is also getting different product, or he is giving some services for getting the product. So there is an exchange, because here the price is not given, but one has said, I will do for you this, you will do for me this. This is the exchange. Or the another option I have already said, in exchange of money, one person is giving his service or the product which he has to the other for getting money. And here money does not means that what he paid will take from him. But no, here he is getting more money than he paid for the product. As example, if one mobile shop is doing the business of the mobile activities, related activities, he will sell the mobile. What do you think so? Will he sell on the same price on which he has purchase the mobile? What will happen? You think so? Then you will reply, no sir, he will not sell on exact price what he has paid to purchase the mobile. He will ask to the customer to give more money than he paid. So it is called motive of profit. Remember. So in that way, when the motive of profit comes in your activity, it becomes the trade. This is the first portion of the topic I discussed. Now I move to the second definition, that is commerce, trade, commerce, and third one, what is the classification? Industry. So the first I discussed the meaning of trade. Now I am discussing about meaning of commerce. Commerce means trade and auxiliary services to the trade. Commerce means including trade and other auxiliary, means related services to the trade are included in commerce activities as like. Now listen, which activities are included in commerce? Here trade is also part of commerce, but except the commerce, except the trade, which are other activities? Now you listen carefully. Banking, insurance, transportation. Transportation is also part of it, right? Communication, give message, get message, relate to the businesses. Warehousing, warehousing means keep the godown, to store the products at your place only for one person, or the more than one person's stock will be kept with you, right? Thereafter, agent activity. So many activities are included in commerce except the trade also. So in that way, trade is a larger, commerce is a larger aspect than trade, because trade is associated with exchange of goods and services, but here also includes other activities too, right? Okay, so here I discuss the meaning of commerce. Now I will discuss about meaning of industries. See, the industry is a process of converting raw materials into finished goods. Industry is the process to converting raw materials into finished goods by adding utility to satisfy human needs, by adding utility or capacity of usefulness to satisfy human needs is called industry. A process of converting raw material into finished goods by adding usefulness to satisfy human needs is called an industry. So here we have discussed the classification of business activity with its meanings, right? So the topic of the question is over. Now the next question comes, discuss about types of trade. Discuss about types of trade. So here also some definitions we will discuss. Discuss about types of trade and characteristics of trade. So here my question is very clear. Discuss about types of trade and characteristics of trade. So the two things now I am going to discuss with detail. Right? See, in your textbook it is just given in a line, nothing else. But when I am explaining, I will explain in elaborate manner. So when I am explaining, you listen carefully and try to keep in that way that you have understood, and you will write down as my explanation is coming to you. So more than one time, if you need, listen my explanation properly. So it will become more easy for you to understand. And the same explanation you write down in detail of your answer when the question will ask to you. Is that clear? Okay, now I am explaining first about types of trade. There are two types of trade. First is internal trade and second is international trade. Sometimes by mistake people write external trade, but it is not a right word. International trade, right? So I am explaining first internal trade. Internal is the simple word you can understand by itself. In the boundary is internal, inside, and international is the simple meaning, means between one nation to other nation. It is international. So I am explaining internal trade means the trade in the country, right? Okay, listen carefully. The trade among different regions or parts within the boundary of a country is called internal trade. So be careful in writing. Trade between two different regions or more than that, or parts of the nation within boundaries of a country is called internal trade. So here it is very clear that a trader is doing business in only country. It may be India, it may be US, it may be Japan, it may be France, but the boundary of the trade is inside the nation, not outside the nation. That is the thing which you have to remember. Okay. Now we explain in detail, but here you understand that the internal trade is possible on base of distribution, as like wholesale trade and retail trade. So nothing different. Here when you are talking about trade in the nation is include everything. selling of the single piece, selling of the bulk product, both are included. So the wholesale trade and retail trade both are part of internal trade. Remember this. A wholesale trader will purchase the good from the producer and will distribute to the retailers in also bulk proportion. So it is called wholesale trade. And the retailer will purchase either direct from the producer or from the wholesaler, means the distributor, in the bulk, but will sell in a single product or maybe 1, 2, 3, whatever the demand will come to him. So he will sell one person to another person. So in that way, retailer is called actually chain for fulfilling needs of the society, for connecting society with the wholesaler and the producer, right? So here you remember that wholesaler is just selling to the retailer, but the retailer is reaching to the every family in the society. That is more important to remember. Am I right? Okay, now we discuss about international trade. I have discussed about internal trade. Again, I just revise. Internal trade is actually a trade within the boundary of the nation, maybe wholesale, maybe retail. Wholesaler will purchase from the producer in bulk and sell only in bulk to the retailer, but retailer is selling unit or individual unit to different families of the societies. So they are connecting society as the consumer and the wholesaler and the producer, right? And the wholesaler is the chain for the retailer and the producer. So this is the sequence. Okay. Now I move to explain about international trade. So international trade is, as I have told earlier, that it will be between two nations. So when the two nation word I use means one nation and another nation are included in a trade. So the crossing the boundaries of the country is a part of the activity. So it is called international trade. Not within the boundary, but crossing the boundary is the part of the activity that we have to understand now. Okay? So if you think that a person from Mumbai is sending his product to the New York, so one person could say it is a trade between two different cities. But here cities are from not same country, but cities are also from different country. So it is called international trade. And international trade has two parts. First, import product, and second, export product. So now you could ask me, import means purchase the goods from the other country, and export means sell goods to the other country. But the third one is somehow different from first two. Is also part of the international trade. Remember, re-export. Re-export means purchase goods from one country will brought to own country and immediately by changing the labels sell it to the other country is a part of activity. Remember this. Here I am explaining that purchase goods from one country brought to one country, then change the label and sell it to the other country's person. So it is called re-export. The first export from the A city reached to B city. Now the B city will sell it to the person of C city. So in that situation, two times export is happening. So it is called re-export. When country like Bhutan, country like Nepal, they are completely closed from all sides by boundaries. No water connectivity to them. So directly purchase and sell may be difficult. So they are purchasing from other bigger countries like India and China. So in that way may be possible that all product may not be available either with India, either with China. In that situation, what will happen? India or the China will purchase from other country and will sell it to the Nepal or the Bhutan. So here two-time export will happen, right? I discussed about types of international trade, right? So here I completely discussed about types of trade. Now I am moving to the next part of the topic is characteristics of trade. So see, when I am explaining in this way, I will give first word for the title of the topic. Then you have to write down the line of the answer, right, as per the given notes, right? Okay. The first point is economic activity. Trade is the economic activity. So the title is economic activity. See, listen carefully now. Why the trade is considered economic activity? Because for providing commodities or goods or services, we are asking money for that with the motive of profit as per the definition. So it is called economic activity, right? So the first point is economic activity. Okay. Second one, two parts of activities. So the trading is an activity which has two parts. The one person is a seller of the goods or service, and second person is a purchaser of goods and service. Remember it is. So it is necessary to understand that goods and services are sold by one person and purchased by another person. So the point is two parties. The third point is exchange. As per the definition you have heard, trade means exchange of goods, commodities and services in exchange of goods, commodities and services, or in exchange of money. provide goods, commodities and services with motive of profit. I have repeated the definition. You listen. So the exchange is a part of the trade. Give something and get something. It is called trade. Give something and get something is called trade. Carefully understand this. So the third title is exchange. The fourth title is transfer of ownership. I repeat, transfer of ownership. Now you could ask me question. Transfer means, see, once the seller is selling the goods, after getting money from him, from the customer, when a seller is getting money, here the whole product will be now in hands of purchaser. Thereafter, the seller could not say that the product is in your hand, is my product, because he has already taken money. So the ownership of product has been transferred from him to purchaser. So here what is happening? Ownership of product is transferring, right? Ownership of product is transferring. Remember this line. Either you think in that way that the transfer is happened from producer to wholesaler and wholesaler to retailer and retailer to consumer. The same process will continue. At every time, the seller will transfer the ownership forever for getting money, right? The next point is exchanging is happening continuously. So we could say the trade is continuous activities, because only one product will not sell. The second product will also come in the market. In all the time the process will continue. So the title is continuous activity. See, any shop will only stay for selling of the stock forever? No. When the shopkeeper is selling the stock, again he is collecting new stock in the shop. The process will continue. Sell the product, purchase the new stock, sell again. So in that way, trade is called continuous activities. So here you remember that trade cannot be stopped up to the activity stops forever of selling and purchasing, right? So it is continuous activity. Now the next point is activity based on paying. See, this is some different type of the point. Listen carefully. Activity based on paying. In exchange of goods, the person will do paying by money or providing other goods in exchange of it. So here the paying process is done by providing money or by providing other goods for getting product, right? As example I use, the person is paying money for purchasing color television. Sometime we see that the person is paying some partial money, the whole money of the price is not paid right now, but partial amount is paid, and remaining amount will be diverted from his bank account to the seller's bank account. So in that way, at this moment complete payment is not done, but actually the exchange is done by promising that I will pay by the bank. So the promise is also part of the exchange. This is present day situation we see. Now the next point is coming, value. Value means price, cost. Value of the goods or services is decided in terms of money. What I want to get from you is called value for giving you goods. A type goods is paid to another person by me on specific value of money, that is called cost, right? So the cost is a part of the activity in trade, remember. And last point is legal activity. See, the trader is doing trade and he is doing only product allowed to sell by government. So it is called legal activity. If the activity is done on basis of his own choice, that I will sell this product, I will do this product to sell, maybe a weapons, maybe a illegal product, means the government is not allowed but I want to sell. So it will be illegal activity which is not allowed by government, and that kind of the trade is not considered in the topic. So remember, trade is only possible for legal government allowed activity, not illegal activity, right? So the selling of weapons, if you have license, then it is a legal trade. But if you have no license to sell the product, to sell the weapons, then your selling of the weapon activity is illegal activity without permission from government, right? So here I discussed about different characteristics of trade. Right, my friends?